So WWE 2K26 is coming, my friends. We just got a barrel of new information. And of course, we're back to the annual releases after that slight gap a few years ago. But they are big deals. They are fun games. I'm not saying they're perfect, but people are always super duper excited about, oh my gosh, what are we going to get? We're going to sit down and we're going to talk about some facts, and we are going to talk about some rumors. And I will do my best to fill you in like Craig David. Number 7, CM Punk is the cover star. So actually, when I sat down to record this video, I was going to tell you that CM Punk is rumored to be the cover star when WWE and 2K announced it. And this is kind of fun, because the last time CM Punk was on the cover of the video game was WWE 13, when THQ were publishing it. Then, of course, he left the company, now he is back. And he is one of the biggest baby faces that WWE has, and that should always be the dude to adorn the cover. Makes sense. Now, the cool thing is, it's also going to tie into a showcase mode, and let's not pretend that CM Punk doesn't have some classic matches to revisit. But also, 2K are saying, well, actually, you're going to be able to change history as well. So maybe sometimes when Punk won or Punk lost, we can see the opposite. And what effect would that have on the history of professional wrestling? Now, we know that CM Punk's WrestleMania 29 match with The Undertaker is in there, as well as his Armageddon 2008 match with Rey Mysterio. We can guess some other ones, like in 2009, CM Punk had a great feud with Jeff Hardy. Something from that should be in here. It will probably be the SummerSlam 2009 bout, and listen, if Money in the Bank 2011 doesn't feature, something's gone wrong. And actually, if we could do it like this, that could be one of the matches when we do switch the finish, because if CM Punk does lose there, what the flub happens to his career? Could also then flip reverse it as well, because the SummerSlam 2013 match with Brock Lesnar could be where you have CM Punk wins. And don't forget, as he talked on Colt Cabana's podcast, he was the guy that was going to show up every single week, whereas Brock was going to take a break. What happens if you do the switcheroo? I think the Rock feud should be in there as well from the same year in 2013, because there's so much you can tell there. And you need a recent one as well, so make sure you get the Drew McIntyre CM Punk stuff in there too, because that thing was a banger. Number 6, the draft in universe mode. So it's back! Originally it was a rumor, then the WWE 2K26 website was updated, and we are finally putting the draft mode back in the universe mode, which is the worst way I've ever described that in my life. But listen, people have been asking for that for yonks, even though it did used to be in the games. I think the last time it was there could have been SmackDown versus Raw. Man, that was a long ass time ago. I think that was probably when THQ was still publishing them as well, so once again, shout out to THQ, who I do think are back now as THQ Nordic. But really this comes down to the fact that sometimes universe mode can get a bit too samey if you are going to play it for the long game. But if you can do the draft like WWE actually does in the real world, well, that means you get to shake up your roster and you don't get the same rematches all the time. And yes, look, it's frustrating that these things vanish to begin with, but they've also got, let me get this right, well, these 2K are promoting the Creation Wizard and the Watch Show mode. I mean, I'm sure we can figure that out, but it could also mean that Gandalf will be in WWE 2K26. Let's face it, we've been asking for that for a long time. Number 5, a 400 plus roster. So if you do go back to WWE 2K22, they had around about 228 members of the roster. And if you jump forward to 2025, I think they had 236 members of the roster. So surprise, surprise, in 2K26, we have had it confirmed. You're at the very least going to get 400 plus. So I imagine your favorite wrestler is going to be in it. And if they're not, they must have done something bad. Now, yes, this will include DLC packs that come after the official release of the game, because that's just the way in the modern day, for better or worse. It's kind of interesting at the moment that we don't have anything specific. It is just 400 plus. So maybe there's some conversations going on right now about who is going to make the grade and who isn't. And also, let's not pretend a lot of these aren't going to be variations of the same dude. So you're going to get Kane Original, so like Kane 97, 98. Then you get Kane 2000. Then you get Kane 2002 when he unmasked. And you can get Kane or Corporate Kane when he had the Director of Operations mug, and then you can get like Legacy Kane, that's at least 5 people, and you can do the same with The Undertaker, so that's 10. We've already taken up double digits. If Chris Jericho is soon to return to the WWE as well, he can get at least 4 versions of himself. And as always, my favorite thing is to see who does get the nod in NXT, because it's just a great way to grow your star power. And let's face it, there's a bunch of people down there right now that deserve the opportunity. Number 4, the inclusion of AAA and TNA. Now this also ties into what we've just talked about, given that WWE does have working relationships with both those brands. How will they feature in the video game? And once again, I would imagine it comes down to DLC packs, and probably like 1 month or 2 months after the official release, you'll get your TNA pack, then you'll get your AAA pack. And that's just going to make more money. I mean, I don't particularly like DLC, but everyone's doing it, so what are you going to do? I mean, some kind of pack that did have La Parka, Mr. Iguana, maybe a new version of El Grande Americano, and Vikingo would make all the sense in the world, especially because Viking with an O was on his social media recently, and it certainly looked like he was being scanned for a video game, so somehow he's going to get in. I don't know how, but he's sneaking. I mean, if nothing else, a lot of the names are just throughout there featured in this year's Raw Rumble as well, so they are canon when it comes to WWE lore. So I think it would be mad if 2K did ignore this. Think of all the people in TNA right now they probably want to come across as well. It's not like they have a video game anymore, although don't forget, back in 2008, they did have an iteration. It was actually pretty damn good. We were meant to get TN Impact 2, just never happened. Number 3, 200 slots for your creations. So the creator suite in the WWE 2K games has to be one of the best in the business because people get so good at this and they dedicate so much time to it. Sometimes you don't have to worry about the extra wrestlers that are available by official download because someone on the internet does a better job anyway. And they do have a lot of time on their hands. It means you want as many slots as possible, and I think it's 99% confirmed now that in WWE 2K26, you are at least going to get 200 of these, which is awesome. It basically means you can book your own promotion. It helps a lot with Universe Mode for reasons we've already talked about, and does mean you can come up with your non-WWE lineup. I don't want to get into the bushes here, but you may be surprised to hear that sometimes people make a lot of AEW wrestlers, and they just make Dynamite within the WWE 2K games. And if you've ever sat down and played them, I tell you, they're absolutely brilliant, and these people deserve at least a salute. It also means you can update superstars when they do change their hair or their looks, their entrance theme, or anything like that. And maybe once again, like all the variations of Kane, you can have variations of people that do come along. So this is always good because once again, the creator suite is so damn impressive that you want to make sure you arm the creators with as many tools as possible. Big fan of it. Number 2, the new match types. So you're gonna get I Quit, you're gonna get Inferno, you're gonna get 3 Stages of Hell, and you're gonna get a dumpster match. They're all back, and some of these haven't been seen since 2014, which is long over a decade ago. And I know, once again, you're commenting saying, well, why do they take them out of the game for the first place? You know the reason to this. They're not alone. Let's just accept it and move on. Or don't accept it, you can get mad, but ain't gonna change anything. Now maybe this is why all of a sudden Drew McIntyre and Cody Rhodes did have that awesome 3 Stages of Hell match on SmackDown to try and tie into this. And as always, given that the WWE titles are meant to be a simulation, you want to make sure you have as many options as possible, so indeed you can replicate what's going on the actual TV. I think the last time we saw 3 Stages of Hell as well was once again in the SmackDown vs. Raw series, and I'm sure we'll probably do exactly what we did with the I Quit match again, which means a lot of button mashing as a referee walks around with a microphone and sticks it in your face. That will be the same for the dumpster match too. I mean, it was essentially ate what we do with the ambulance match, but let's once again go back to the universe mode. If you are booking all these pay-per-views for years and years in your own promotion, you want to make sure you have the match stipulations to keep it interesting. You have to presume the casket match will return as well, so really when it does come to match types, WWE 2K26 should be right up there. I'm just going to repeat myself. Let's just keep everything crossed they don't vanish again. Although you know one will, it runs away like a ghost. Number 1, the Attitude Era mode, or maybe Ruthless Aggression, but probably not. So when WWE 2K26 was doing a lot of their marketing, some people realized, wait a minute, look at that logo, that's the old WWF Scratch version, so surely we're heading to the Ruthless Aggression era. Then, of course, as we've already talked about, they did release a Monday Night War cover instead, so I would imagine we're going in that direction. Otherwise, what the flub are we doing? It would just be really confusing. Now, yes, look, sure, that could just be a special edition of the cover because 2K likes to do that. But we've already talked about it in this video. Do you know what fans want when it does come to these games? Modes. And then give them more modes. So even though we do have the CM Punk showcase, surely there could be another version as well, where you do jump in and relive stuff from the Attitude Era. And while it does kind of feel a little bit overdone in 2026, it's still such a popular period of WWE. So if you were trying to come up with something to say, oh, hi, you better buy this year's video game, that ain't the worst way to do it. Maybe you get some Laps fans too. I mean, after all, if we are going to highlight some wrestlers from the WWF and from the WCW, from one of the most successful times in all of pro wrestling, it would be nice to then replicate that in the game too. So I don't think it is going to be the Ruthless Aggression era, even though a lot of people were talking about that online. Mostly because, of course, you could have a Monday Night War mode and a Ruthless Aggression mode, but why do that when you could hold one back and put it on 2K27? Because that's just the way with sports games. Now listen, this is not confirmed at all. It is complete speculation by me, but I just think there has to be something attached to that. So don't be surprised if you can sit down and go, oh my gosh, I can't believe I get to play as CM Punk, and then go to, what, I don't know, 1998 and relive the rise of Steve Austin, even though we have done that before. What are you gonna do? Now listen, there's gonna be plenty of stuff coming out every single day as we do lead up to launch, so make sure you drop a comment down there so everyone can stay up to date. And if you do have any wishes when it comes to the brand new game, drop them in there too. And maybe you've heard some speculation, once again, in the box. Otherwise, my friends, thank you very much for joining me as always, and please do like the video, share the video, and subscribe, and click the video on the screen to get more about WWE 2K26. Otherwise, I appreciate you, and I enjoy these games. I think they're fun, not perfect, but nothing is. You didn't need to know that, but there is my mini review of a game I haven't played yet. That was dumb. See you soon.